The universe, it talks to us. Its words are old, hidden right in front of us. Most don't hear its call, happy with their ordinary lives, but some, a special few, they hear the whispers. They feel a secret truth, a bigger meaning beyond our everyday lives. These are the searchers, the adventurers of the soul. What do they get? A peek behind the scenes of reality, a discovery that changes how they see themselves and the universe. This is the story of one such seeker, Sophia. A young woman on the edge of change, she felt the universe's whispers like a constant ache in her soul. Something was missing, an emptiness that logic couldn't fill. But the whispers continued, getting louder with each passing day. Then, one significant day, the whispers turned into a roar.
The universe had called, and I couldn't ignore it. My normal life became a background for an amazing journey.
Deep inside a lonely forest, covered in fog and old secrets, was the key to Sophia's future. An old symbol, shining with magic, pulsed with the promise of change. It was a portal, not made of stone, but of thoughts and feelings. It invited Sophia to leave behind what she thought was real and enter a world of endless possibilities. Doubt, fear, and uncertainty almost made Sophia stay where she was, but the mystery of the hidden portal was too much to resist. Sophia would answer the call, beginning a journey of spiritual awakening and cosmic discovery. Sophia ventured deeper into the forest. The air felt thick with the smell of pine and damp earth. Sunlight struggled to break through the thick trees, creating long, dancing shadows on the forest ground. It was as if the forest itself was welcoming her, leading her towards a hidden truth. With each step, the ordinary world seemed to disappear. She felt strangely alive and present, connected to something enormous and ancient. It was a place where magic felt real, where the line between worlds felt thin. As she walked, Sophia noticed something unusual. Carved into the bark of a very old oak tree was a symbol, something she had never seen before. It glowed faintly, like a spirit.
Curiosity made her go closer. She touched it, her fingers tracing its complicated lines. A jolt of energy went through her, making her shiver. The symbol seemed to hum with power, a beacon in the quiet forest.
Sophia's friend Liam came out from behind the trees. He didn't believe in her quest. He wanted her to forget about the whispers and live a normal life.
"Sophia," he said, sounding worried, "what are you doing? This forest is dangerous. We need to go back."
Sophia paused. She didn't know whether to listen to Liam or follow the symbol. I think I found something, she said, stumbling over her words. Something important.
"It's just a tree, Sophia, an old tree with weird markings. Don't let this place confuse you."
Sophia knew Liam was trying to help, but his words couldn't stop the feeling that had started inside her. Sophia turned back to the symbol. With every moment, she felt more sure of herself. Liam was right. The forest was a dangerous place. But sometimes, the biggest risks came with the biggest rewards.
She couldn't ignore this calling anymore. The universe had been whispering, but now it was shouting.
I have to do this, Liam, she said. Her voice was strong, and she looked at him without a doubt in her eyes. This is important. More important than you can imagine.
Liam sighed. He knew he couldn't change her mind. For a moment, Sophia hesitated, her hand hovering over the pulsing symbol. She saw Liam's worried face, a sharp difference from the mystery that called to her. A voice in the back of her mind, like a whisper, told her to go back, to return to the safety of not knowing. But the symbol's call was just too powerful to ignore. Sophia took a deep breath and silenced the voice of doubt. In her heart, she knew that this path, though full of uncertainty, was the one she was meant to follow. With a mix of fear and excitement, Sophia pressed her hand against the symbol's cool, smooth surface. As her hand made contact, a surge of energy flowed through her body. The forest around her seemed to shimmer and distort. The familiar shapes of trees and shadows twisted into strange, otherworldly forms. The glowing symbol, once faint and delicate, now pulsed with a strong, blinding light. Sophia closed her eyes against the overwhelming brightness, a gasp escaping her lips. When she dared to open her eyes again, she found herself staring into a swirling vortex of light. It seemed to pull at her, inviting her to step through into its unknown depths. The vortex pulsed, a hypnotic dance of light and energy, drawing her steadily closer. Sophia felt a strange pull, an irresistible force that urged her towards the swirling vortex of light. Her feet seemed to move on their own, carrying her closer and closer to the unknown. Fear, doubt, Liam's worried face, they all became unimportant compared to the overwhelming allure of the light. The promise of discovery, of uncovering the secrets hidden within, propelled her forward. One final step and Sophia felt herself enveloped by the swirling vortex. The familiar sensations of the physical world dissolved into a kaleidoscope of light and sound. Then, just as suddenly as it began, the swirling stopped. The familiar forest was gone. Sophia found herself on a path that looked like polished black glass. It reflected the light of a strange sky. 2 moons hung low in the sky. One was deep red and the other shimmered silver. They cast a magical glow on everything around her. Tall trees reached for the sky. Their trunks were dark blue and their leaves looked like shimmering silver. Strange, glowing plants lit up the path. Their colors shifted and changed like a mesmerizing dance. The air buzzed with a hidden energy. It felt like an ancient power that sent shivers down Sophia's spine. She had walked through the hidden portal and entered a world of magic and mystery. The shiny black path stretched out in front of Sophia like a ribbon winding through the strange landscape. Every step she took seemed to echo with a hidden power, a feeling that vibrated through her entire body. The air buzzed with a subtle energy, a symphony of whispers and sighs that sent shivers down her spine. As she went deeper into this otherworldly place, a feeling of unease started to creep over her. The path, once straight and clear, now twisted and turned, leading her through a maze of towering trees and glowing plants. Shadows danced at the edge of her vision, taking on threatening shapes that sent shivers down her spine. Sophia felt a growing sense of being alone, the weight of her solitude pressing down on her like a heavy weight. Despite the growing unease, Sophia pressed onward, her curiosity stronger than her fear. She had come too far to go back now. The path took a sudden turn, leading Sophia into a cavern filled with a strange green light. The air felt thick and damp, and the only sound was the drip, drip, drip of water echoing through the cavern. As her eyes adjusted to the darkness, Sophia was startled to realize she was surrounded by what seemed like thousands of eyes shining in the dark. Panic surged within her, threatening to take over. She wanted to turn and run away, back to the strange but familiar obsidian path. But something kept her frozen in place, a strange urge to face whatever was hiding in the shadows. Taking a deep breath, Sophia forced herself to step inside the cavern. The eyes followed her every move, their gaze never leaving her, making her feel uneasy. Fear threatened to engulf her, whispering scary doubts in her ear. As Sophia went further into the cave, she heard a voice. It was quiet at first, but it gradually got louder. It seemed to be coming from the walls themselves, a quiet, murmuring whisper that gave her chills.
What are you looking for? Why did you come here?
Sophia hesitated, unsure of how to answer. Even though the voice didn't seem to come from a body, it sounded powerful and important. She felt a strange urge to tell it her secrets, to reveal her deepest desires.
I seek truth. I felt a calling, a pull towards something bigger. The hidden cosmic portal. It brought me here.
The voice chuckled, a low rumbling sound that seemed to shake the entire cave. As doubt started to take over, Sophia saw something up ahead. A faint light, like a single star in the dark, was flickering in the distance. It pulsed with a gentle warmth, a beacon of hope in the dark cavern.
With newfound determination, Sophia pressed forward, forgetting her fear for a moment. The whispering voice continued its mysterious pronouncements, but Sophia didn't pay attention to it anymore. Her gaze was fixed on the light, her heart filled with a surge of hope.
As she got closer, the light grew stronger, illuminating the cavern with a soft golden glow. The oppressive atmosphere seemed to disappear, replaced by a sense of peace and tranquility.
Sophia came out of the tunnel into a vast chamber. The source of the light was a crystal that hung in the center of the room.
Sophia carefully stepped into the room. Her eyes were drawn to the bright crystal hanging in the center. Its light, a warm and welcoming gold, pulsed with energy that seemed to vibrate through her. The air hummed with a gentle energy, like whispers and sighs that spoke of ancient power and deep peace.
The chamber itself was breathtaking. The walls, made of a luminous pearly stone, seemed to shimmer and move in the crystal's light. Intricate carvings, showing scenes from a time long ago, decorated the walls. The details were so lifelike they seemed to twist and turn before her eyes.
The floor, a polished obsidian mirror, reflected the crystal's light in thousands of shimmering pieces, creating an illusion of endless space. As Sophia moved closer to the crystal, she felt a strange pull, a magnetic force drawing her in. Fear, doubt, the challenges of the journey, all seemed unimportant compared to the powerful attraction of the light.
It was a beacon of hope, a promise of something more, a glimpse into the very essence of existence.
With a mix of nervousness and excitement, Sophia reached out a hand towards the pulsing crystal. As her fingertips touched the smooth, cool crystal, a jolt of energy rushed through Sophia. The world around her became a rush of colors and pictures, a whirlwind of images and feelings that overwhelmed her. She gasped, her eyes wide with wonder and a little bit of fear, as the crystal's light surrounded her, pulling her into its bright embrace. It felt like time stopped existing. The past, present, and future all mixed together, like a tapestry of memories and possibilities woven together by the crystal's power. Sophia saw herself as a child, laughing in the sunshine, her heart full of pure joy. She saw herself struggling with doubt and fear, her determination tested on the path to enlightenment. And she saw glimpses of a future that hadn't happened yet, filled with both happiness and sadness, victory and defeat. Through it all, the crystal's light stayed constant, a steady guide through the maze of her own soul. It was like a mirror showing her deepest fears and her biggest dreams, her darkest secrets and her most important truths. And in that reflection, Sophia began to see herself more clearly than she ever had before. As the first burst of energy faded away, Sophia found herself face to face with a figure that seemed to come from the crystal's light. It was a being of pure energy, its form constantly changing and coming together like flames shaped by an invisible wind. And yet, even though it was so otherworldly, Sophia could feel a deep wisdom, an ancient knowledge, radiating from its very center. The being extended a hand, its touch like a soft breath of warmth against Sophia's skin.
Welcome, Seeker. You've traveled a long way to get here. What are you looking for in the heart of the crystal's light?
I was looking for truth. I felt a call, a pull towards something bigger, something beyond the limits of my world.
The being nodded, its eyes like pools of liquid gold filled with understanding.
Truth is a journey, not a destination. And the path to enlightenment is paved with both happiness and sadness, victory and defeat. Are you ready to face whatever challenges lie ahead, to accept everything that you are?
Sophia looked deeply into the being's eyes, her heart beating fast with a mix of fear and excitement. She had come a long way, faced her fears, and walked through a hidden doorway in search of something bigger. Could she go back now, satisfied with a life half lived, her potential wasted? Taking a deep breath, Sophia met the being's gaze, her own eyes filled with a new sense of purpose.
I am ready. I choose to accept all of who I am, to walk the path of greater understanding no matter the cost.
A warmth spread through Sophia's chest, a feeling of freedom and lightness she had never experienced before. It felt like a weight had been lifted off her shoulders, a veil lifted from her eyes. The being smiled, a bright expression that filled the chamber with a love so pure, so unconditional that it made Sophia cry.
Then let the revealing begin. Embrace the light, Sophia. Embrace your destiny.
And as the crystal's light grew stronger, swirling around Sophia like a golden cocoon, she felt herself changing, transforming, growing into something more than she had ever imagined.
Sophia opened her eyes to a very bright light. It wasn't the magical glow from the crystal chamber or the strange double moonlight from that other world. This was the warm sun she knew, shining through the leaves of the trees above. She was lying on the ground, smelling the pine trees and the damp earth. For a moment she felt confused. Was it all just a dream? The secret doorway to another world, the challenges, the bright being of light, were they all just in her head? She sat up, her hand reaching for the place on the tree where the ancient symbol had pulsed with strange energy. But the tree was just a tree, its bark smooth and plain. But the forest seemed different now. The air felt different, like it was humming with life, and it resonated deep inside her. The colors seemed brighter, the sounds clearer. It was like the world was brand new, more beautiful, and ready to share its secrets. As Sophia stood up, she felt a sense of peace, a calmness she had never felt before. Going through that secret doorway had changed her in ways she was just starting to understand. Sophia looked around the familiar forest, but this time it felt different. What she used to see as plain now seemed to sparkle with hidden secrets. The way the sunlight danced through the leaves, the beautiful melody of the birds singing. It all pointed to a deep connection between everything. She saw how strong the wildflowers were, pushing through cracks in the ground. She saw how creation and destruction were always happening, and in all of this, Sophia found where she belonged. This experience had changed her forever. The only thing that truly mattered was right now to enjoy the beauty and wonder of being alive.
Sophia came out of the forest and saw Liam pacing nervously at the edge of the trees. He was relieved when he saw her, but then he became worried when he saw how she looked.
Sophia, thank goodness you're okay. I was getting really worried, but you look different. What happened?
Yes, Liam. Something happened. I found what I was looking for.
What do you mean? You were gone for hours. I thought something bad had happened to you.
I'm okay, Liam. Really. I know it's hard to believe, but I've changed. The hidden cosmic portal. It showed me things. It showed me things I never thought were possible.
Sophia, there's no such thing as a hidden cosmic portal. You were probably just confused. That happens sometimes when you're alone in the woods for too long.
Sophia looked at Liam. He seemed doubtful, but Sophia was completely sure of what she had experienced. She knew it would be hard to explain how much she had changed. The secret portal, the challenges, meeting the being of light, none of it made sense. Sophia knew she didn't need to make Liam believe her.
Maybe you're right, Liam, but whether it was real or not, it changed me. I see the world in a new way now, and that's what's important.
Liam still wasn't sure, but he didn't argue. He could see in Sophia's eyes, in the way she glowed, that something big had happened. As they walked back, Liam felt like maybe he had experienced the mystery too. Going through the secret portal was over, but for Sophia the real journey was just starting. Sophia's journey, while very personal, tells us something true about everyone. The hidden cosmic portal isn't a real place, but a way of being. Realizing everything is connected, a peek beyond what we normally see. It's a journey we all have to take, our own way, when the time is right. The universe is whispering to us all the time, in the rustling leaves, the crashing waves, the laughter of a child. These whispers invite us to let go of what we think we know, our fears and doubts, and embrace the mystery and wonder of being alive. The path to understanding isn't always easy. It's full of challenges, with tests that make us stronger and face our biggest fears. But it's in these dark times, when we feel alone and scared, that we find our true strength, our ability to grow and change. Sophia's journey reminds us that the hidden cosmic portal isn't the end, but a beginning. It's a doorway that, once you walk through, changes you forever, making you more aware, more caring, and open to the endless possibilities inside and all around us. The world is full of amazing things with hidden beauty and deep meaning for those who look closely. Sophia's change encourages us to wake up from our sleep and enjoy the richness of right now. We don't need to travel far away or look for old symbols to find the hidden cosmic portal. It's inside each of us, waiting for us to find it. It's waiting for us to be willing to look deeper, to listen to what our soul is saying. The universe is talking. Are we listening? Are we ready to answer the call? To go through the hidden cosmic portal and embrace the amazing adventure that's waiting? The journey starts with one step, a step towards awareness, towards curiosity, towards believing that there's more to life than what we see. It's a step towards the light, towards the truth, towards realizing that we are all connected, all part of something huge and wonderful and infinitely mysterious. Take the step. Open your eyes. The universe awaits.